Hello there. Welcome to the Force Collective. Well, today, I know the title might be a little misleading. I'll change it after the stream. That and the thumbnail as well. So, if you're watching this right now, we are not talking about the the High Republic comic because not everybody was able to be here today. And trust me, it was going to be a doozy, that's for sure. But we did get something nice just a few days ago, which was the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, the second one. But before we get into that,
do you really want to say that?
Huh?
You said we got something nice, and I'm just sort of going, do you really want to say that?
Did I say that?
Yeah. Do we really want to say that about the Kenobi trailer?
Hey, I enjoyed the trailer. Is there something about it? Let's go ahead and get into it because that's what we're talking about today. And I watched it about like twice. I was super busy that day, so I didn't get to watch it a lot. So maybe you know something I didn't. So you know what? I'm going to use this. I was going to save this, but since Sir AOA likes to rant a lot, I'm calling his section of the stream, the segment actually. He's got his own segment now. It's called To the Dark Side with Sir AOA. So I'm going to go ahead and start that segment. Here we go.
I'm sitting here and sort of going, I'm not too sure if I agree with that. But oh well, I like it. I frankly, I mean, the thing is that I kind of have the exact same complaints when it comes to the last trailer. You know, the Grand Inquisitor still looks absolutely ridiculous, and not in the good type of absolutely ridiculous. There's a lot of things that are just a bit sort of, are we watching another Boba Fett? Yeah, well, I'm starting to think that maybe you shouldn't have done that short for this discussion, because there's really not that much to rant about. It's just sort of a whole lot of meh.
I would say that's sort of a good thing, though. It didn't give us something to talk about.
No. Sure. See, but I mean, that's the thing. They can't afford meh. They can't afford it. They need to smash it for 6. They can't take a dot ball. Oh, wait, that's cricket. No one, only the rest of the world would understand that, except America.
Not entirely. I know, like, the tiniest bit about cricket.
Because
and by tiny, I mean I probably still don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that, yeah, no, it looks pretty. But then so did the sequel trilogy.
I'd say this has more promise than the sequel trilogy, though.
And if this was what came next after season 2 of The Mandalorian, there would be lots of excitement. But we got the Bad Batch and the Book of Boba Fett. And as much as some people rant and rave on how good those two things are, they kind of don't match up to The Mandalorian. And with Disney constantly shooting themselves in the bloody foot, you can't have meh.
That's true.
I've said it once, and I've said it again. Disney Star Wars has not been saved. It's just on life support. And the plug can be pulled at any time. And the thing is that and the thing is that someone is grabbing the plug around, grabbing their hands around the plug as we speak. And actually, that's something I can rant about if you want me to go into that.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, Mike Zero had a video, and actually, I posted it to the Discord channel.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a mistake.
Yeah.
That just no. There is no retconning the there is no retconning the sequels. You are not going to save the sequels by retconning. It's just not going to work. You can try, but you will fail.
I agree.
There is not going to be a case of, well, let's just change this and add a bit of context here, and we'll just reframe that, and then everyone will love it. No. The problems with the sequel trilogy are down to their bloody foundations. And you're not going to be able to build an awesome house on top of it. It will collapse. The best thing to do is to rip out the foundations, no matter how much extra damage it causes. Because the thing is that you're not going to be able to put something on top of it to save that section of time with the Star Wars timeline. And actually, to thread it back to Kenobi for a second, some of that is actually being shown in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much that they're retconning or something like that, but just that mentality of if we say that we're saving the timeline, it will be saved. No, just because you're saying that you're going to be able to retcon it and add in context does not mean you're going to be able to save it. And the perfect example of that, just lack of thought or forethought, is the Grand Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
And how he doesn't look like the race he's meant to look like.
Yep.
Now the thing is that they could, it could be simply a simple case of, oh crap, we're a little bit stuffed. We're not going to be able to fix the trailers, but we're fixing it in the show. That's a possibility. So it might get to the point where we see the Grand Inquisitor in the show, and he looks like the aliens from, he looks like how he should look like. And we can just sit here and sort of eat some humble pie.
Yeah.
We've been ranting and raving about how crap that is.
Yeah.
And hey, if they've gone through the effort to fix all that up, I will gladly get some cream and start eating that pie. But
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Yeah.
No, this is your segment. Go ahead.
No. If you've got something to add it.
No, I've completely lost it after I let you
God,
go back.
good on you.
I know, right?
Oh, now I've lost. Now I'm lost.
Oh gosh. Well, let me say there's one part in the trailer that really hit me hard though.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't the ending part, which we'll get to later. It was when Owen tells Obi-Wan after Obi-Wan says he needs to be trained, and he's like you trained his father, and I was like,
Oh,
shots fired.
yeah.
Oh, that part was cool. I liked that. And I like seeing how the Owen that we've seen in the prequel trilogy is transitioning into the Owen from the original trilogy. So it's sort of
Yes.
cool to see that.
Yes. Though I I do love that tweet that was brought up. Actually, hang on a second. I'll see if I can find it. Kind of didn't know though we were going to be discussing this, so didn't have anything ready.
Well, I was honestly expecting to be talking about a comic that we do not recommend you, or at least I don't recommend you read. But anyway, continue.
Actually, talking about that for a second, if you are not invested in Star Wars, it was an okay read.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were, well, yeah. And I'm not going to say any more because if I do,
We'll go.
I won't have any.
even
I
deeper
won't
into the
have
dark
anything
side.
to say next week.
That's true.
Because I mean, you know, I'm just going to leave it at that. Because yeah, yet again, if I keep on saying more,
you won't have nothing for next week.
Yeah. Oh God, don't tell me Hunters are going to win this one again.
Warlocks were winning for so long. We started off winning, and now Hunters.
So
have caught up to us.
I haven't been jumping on D2. I jumped on the first day, but I haven't been on for any others. So I haven't been keeping up to date on who's winning the Guardian games. You know, because it should be Warlock's time. But
we were winning ever since the first day. But if you say that we've gotten behind, that's going to be
no. The picture was oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, Jesus. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Herpaderp. I was doing all of this searching, and then I realized, oh, Discord. It was posted on Discord. No, it wasn't.
What? I thought
It wasn't posted on Discord.
There.
That's right, because I added you. Oh. See, this is what happens when you change the topic.
I'm sorry. It ain't my fault.
Nope. Okay. Ha ha ha. Found it. Okay. Bang. Uh, bang. Bang. And through the magic of technology. Why didn't... There, no, and... Okay, and... Sharing screen.
Alrighty, and
Share.
oh yeah, I seen that. I remember that.
Yes. Now, that is sort of total agreement. That's kind of a bit of a stuff up.
Yeah.
Oh, I've forgotten the actor's name.
I can't remember it either, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, well, mainly because I've got the mouse circling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you could really sort of round out his face. But it is one of those sort of situations of probably should have tried to really sort of age them up a bit more. Especially if this gap of time is correct. And actually, no, bugger off.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, more talking about. Hey, Mr. Musk, can you just get rid of this crap, please? But yeah, there's kind of a bit of a failure of attention to detail. But then again, I'm not entirely sure if it is sort of one of those things that I really sort of need to look up. But yet again, didn't know we were doing this discussion.
How many times are you gonna say that?
That's going to be the last.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
We'll see.
No. But yeah, that's. I think we can sort of go back to the light.
Yes, let's go back to the light for a little bit. We're no longer in the darkness with Surrey away.
I think that needs to be changed.
Huh?
I think that needs to be changed. It doesn't quite fit.
I think it works. Look, I had to recolor the logo for that. Leave me alone. You know how much work I've been, huh?
I did forget to say something.
Okay.
Well, because the date is still appropriate. Happy Mother's Day to
Yes.
everyone.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Yes. I almost forgot to say that. I said it to Mom, by the way. I didn't forget her.
You just forgot everyone else's. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't talked to anybody other than my family today. So, I mean, who else am I going to tell? I'm just kidding. I hope your mother had a good Mother's Day, by the way.
She did.
That's good.
She very much enjoyed it. Um, we kind of went back in time a little bit, because um, when all my siblings were a lot younger, um, a few Mother's Days were had at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not because we're a fan of McDonald's. It was because um, we normally had to immediately then go and play sports.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a case of go to McDonald's, have breakfast, and then go to the footy.
Huh.
And watch my siblings play. Well, this year we went down to McDonald's to have Mother's Day, and then went to go and watch football. The only difference was that I wasn't watching my siblings; I was watching my nephew. So for my mother, it wasn't going to watch her children; it was going to watch her grandchild. Um, and at the end of the game, all the kids kind of lined up, and they were allowed to grab a present from the team manager and give it to their mothers. Well, my nephew did that, grabbed a present then and gave it to his mother, and then went back and asked if there was one that he could give to his grandma. And they had a few spare, so so my mum even got a Mother's Day present from my nephew. So very
Mm-hmm.
sweet, very sweet and very lovely.
That's
So
awesome.
my mother definitely enjoyed Mother's Day.
That's good. I'm glad. It's been a hectic Mother's Day for me. I've been out all over the place today. Um, I got my mom now. I don't know if she'd like me telling you this, especially on a stream. But my mom
Well,
loves Destiny.
you're
By the
not
way,
just telling me; you're telling the world.
well, I know that. That's why I'm saying it right now. Anyway, she's just gonna have to deal with it. My mom loves playing Destiny. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's quite interesting. Um, because we've played since Destiny 1, like the early stages of Destiny 1. I wasn't there on day 1, but I was there like maybe a month or so after. Anyways, um we've been playing it since, around that time. And so I made her a Mother's Day card. A Destiny themed Mother's Day card. And she fell in love with it, and I mean it was really cool. I've been lately I've been very creative, and I've been making a lot of things, including that little short transition clip. But I've also been working on other things, and that Mother's Day card was included. I've worked on so many different things. I'm telling you, I've been so busy. I'll have to show you what I've been working on.
Mm.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting. Actually, let's see. I guess it's a good time to tell you guys about this. But anyway, before I go on, yeah, I made her a Mother's Day card that was Destiny themed, and it, I got printed at at my job, and it was on the cardstock paper, which was really high quality, thick paper, really nice. And she loved it, and I was like, I knew you would. It's one of your favorite things, so I figured you'd like it. She asked me if I bought it, and I'm like, no, I made it. And I think that's what made her like it even more, is that I made it, because things like that is what really mom really likes, that kind of stuff. So
Uh,
yeah.
uh, sorry, hang on, I'll stop you there.
Okay.
Everyone loves that type of stuff.
Well, but then you guys would love me. There's a reason for that too. Hold on. I'm going to share something. Let me make sure I've got it all set here. I haven't finished setting up this this page yet.
Ooh.
But I've started a DeviantArt, and I've worked on a couple things lately. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'm going to change this here a little bit so it's not all visible. All right. Let me go ahead and show off. I know I'm showing off. I probably shouldn't show off, but I'm going to. Let's see. All right. I've started a DeviantArt page, and over the last few days, I've been working on something quite interesting. Let me pull it up here. I'll show you. One of the things I've worked on is the logo for this page, which is, this right here. Shady art. Yes. I've been working on this for a little bit, and yesterday I decided, you know what? I'm going to start a DeviantArt, and I'm going to start posting like digital art, because I don't know if you noticed it, but I tweeted out trying something new, which is very vague. And
Yes.
I wasn't going to say anything about it yet, but honestly, I just feel like doing it now, since we're on the subject of creativity. And trust me, I love being creative. I've been doing this stuff for the last 2 weeks. I got the Samsung S22 Ultra that has a little stylus. I just got it, so I've been using the stylus to do some digital art on my phone, and that's what I got on my phone.
Okay.
I got one more that took me a little longer to do, and I'll go ahead and show it off too. That is an OC that I created a little while back, and I finally just drew her.
Oh, well,
So
with the problematic haircut.
hey, I'm not great with hair, so I went with something as simple as I can make it.
Yeah, but you didn't have to. You didn't have to give her the bloody shaved sides.
Well, that was sort of the idea of the character, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's a toxic Twitter.
No, she's not.
Sorry,
She's not
toxic
that.
Tumblr.
She's not that. She's not. Well, I mean, the character herself. I can tell you about the character. I've actually got a backstory. I haven't written it down, so what I tell you will just be bits and pieces of what I've come up with. But like, there's a whole backstory behind this character that I've created, and I want to write it down before I say anything, and have like a full-on, not script, just, I guess, a layout for how her backstory is and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah. I might like go into that stuff later. I love making art, and this is one of the things I've been working on. I think I'm going to get back to that Ahsoka picture, because I switched out my phone, so the project isn't on this phone, so I'm going to have to, I guess, start over, which is unfortunate.
Hang on, it would still be on your other phone, wouldn't it?
Nah, see, the thing is, I traded the other phone in.
And you didn't clear out?
I did, yes. I cleared it all out. But that's the problem though. Like I had to clear everything out. I ran out of time before I had to send it back because it got me so much off for sending it back. So that's what I did. But
No, but I mean, sorry, hang on. What I'm sort of getting at is that you didn't back any of it up.
oh yeah, it backed up a lot of stuff. But this is an app that had this stuff saved locally onto it, the projects by themselves, and for whatever reason, it didn't back those up. Uh, and I think you have to have like a membership on here to have it saved onto a cloud service, which I didn't do. So the project is no longer on my phone. So I'm going to have to. I have screenshots of it, and I can just use that as a template to restart the drawing. So it's not like I'm completely starting over, but I will have to probably start over. And I mean, in a way, I sort of want to start over because I've learned a few things about digital art while doing these two drawings that I just showed you. Um, there's a lot of things that went into this, more so in the other one than this one. This one was actually a lot simpler than the other one. I mean, you can probably see why it's much more simple. It's just a head and then me writing shady art right next to it.
And a few colors.
Well, yeah, and a few colors. But I figured out some new techniques that I didn't use on that other picture. So I'm going to try to restart that other project, and hopefully this time it will actually look a little bit better because I'll make a few changes to it too, and I'll add some really nice details, all that stuff. So yeah, I've been very busy these last few days, and this and the other drawing is why. So that and
Ah.
the little transition thing I made, recoloring the logo. I've been full on into creative mode these last few days. So I figured I'd show that to you. It's quite interesting.
Now it's making me feel um what's the word I'm looking for? Ah, ashamed. There we go.
Why's that?
Because I still haven't finished any of the cutting up any of the ads.
Mm.
Uh, but then again, I still need to find goddamn bloody background music.
Well,
Uh,
that might be a little difficult. If you're trying to
yeah,
find it for free, that's not going to work so well.
yeah, it's not so much free. I'm quite happy to, pay money.
Yeah.
Um, but the thing is that a lot of the places use subscriptions,
Well, that's
and the
what I'm
thing,
saying. Like, you'd have to pay for a subscription.
yeah, and I, yeah, I mean, okay, the best way of putting it, I would much rather pay $10 once
Yep.
than pay $10 a month for something that I might only use one or two times.
Well, see, if you had if I still had it, I was using Epidemic Sound, which was a pretty good service. But the problem is, I think it's like $15 to $20 a month, which is why I've had to stop using it for now because I haven't been making any videos as of recently, due to my computer just being complete trash now. I shouldn't say that; it'll cut out on me or something like that on the spot after I said that. Um, but in all seriousness, it's been very difficult to do recordings that I've wanted to, but due to my, let's say, my internet and how my computer has been lately, it's just been near impossible. So, you know, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Um. Yeah. So it's. I've been trying to find other ways of getting it done, but the music sort of doesn't back up
Yeah.
what I'm looking for. And actually, what's really annoying was that I bought a humble bundle of all these loops and
Mm-hmm.
then realized that they were like, yeah, 3-second loops of certain notes, not loops of actual music.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, come on. Um, because what you're meant to do is you're meant to grab those loops and create music from that.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I just don't. I don't have that ability of creating music. Um,
Yeah, that look, I can play an instrument, but that's totally different than trying to create an entire song out of notes
yeah, see,
from scratch.
um, I can, I can sing,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't be able to sort of create a song. I'm,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the best way I kind of put it is I'm a performer. I'm not a musician.
Yep.
I perform.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't wake up in the morning going, "Oh, there's a song I want to create," because I don't have that. I don't have that mind for that. Though actually, someone said that some of my poetry could probably make good songs, but
Hmm. That's interesting.
yeah, um, and and I can sort of understand where he was coming from, but I just don't have that mind. Um, yeah.
Um, did did you also like the thumbnail I made for this though? I mean, it's gonna be changed
Yes.
by the time uh this actually goes out, after the stream. But like, did you like that? I thought it was funny.
No, I liked it. I really did.
Yeah,
Um,
I did that to it. I didn't just find that. I thought it was I thought it was funny.
and it bugs me because I've been really um getting ready to just rip um the comic a new one. Um, I'm gonna have to wait another week.
I know it. Dang it, Chrono and Commander Tano. I love you guys, but dang it, guys. Come on. Still love you guys, but dang it. All right, anyway. Um, I don't know. I mean, I guess like I'll just say one little thing about it. Like, and I completely agree with how you said it earlier. If you're not invested in Star Wars that much, this will be okay. And I can see why it'd be okay, but let me tell you what it felt like to me. And you might understand this. Actually, you probably will. But have you ever watched an anime where they, after they get through like part of the main story or it's about to end, they do like a recap episode where, like, let's say a bunch of their friends meet up and then the other one's like, oh well, this happened to me this week, and then it just shows parts of the past few
Yes,
episodes or
the
whatever.
recap
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah, yeah. That's what it felt like. It felt like a recap episode. Do you get that?
Um, I'm not too sure because that would mean I've read more than than that.
Well, I mean, the way the story of the comic is told felt like a recap episode. And it's a standalone comic, so it's not. I don't think it has anything to do with any of the story, but it felt like that kind of story where they were just recapping an event that happened in the main story to a bunch of people that were listening.
I can get that.
Okay, see that I just want to make sure I didn't think about that, and I'm the only one.
Um, yeah,
But
I
that's
understand.
all.
I understand where you're coming from. Um, and hey, if it was a case of you're actually reading uh other than that comic, it might actually sort of make sense. But seeing how that's the only comic I've read, it's sort of um,
Well, like I
can't
said, it
really
is a
say.
standalone, so I don't think
Yeah.
it has anything to do with any of the stories that they're trying to tell.
Well, I mean, there's one thing that I can definitely say is that it does tie into the Great Cataclysm in the first book.
Oh, it does.
Uh, yes, and the first book that I have and still haven't read. Uh, um,
I just
well,
refuse to
sorry,
get into
I've read the first 5 chapters,
it. Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't exactly
Oh
make me
yeah,
want to read more.
weren't you gonna make something on that, like some
Yes,
sort of
and the
review on
plan
that?
is still there, but I mean, it's it's just sort of one of those cases of there's more fun things to do then.
That's true. It's probably not giving you much joy to try to come up with something for that one.
It's not so much it's not so much coming up with something because it's kind of already come up with it type of situation. But there's that actually having to sit and do the work in crafting it. It
Well, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm. That's what I meant. I don't know why I said it that way.
okay.
That's what I meant.
No, no,
I'm terrible with words.
no, that's fine. Um, but yeah, it's the the same thing that prevented me from reading the rest of the Twilight series is the same thing that is preventing me from sort of like reading the entire book.
Well,
Um,
I haven't read it, so I can't understand that. But I know about the High Republic, so I can understand it from that reasoning.
well, let me put it this way. One of probably the key weaknesses of one of the key weaknesses I found reading Twilight was that the author was trying to tell you what emotion you should be feeling rather than creating an emotional reaction to what you read. So, in other words, I had this feeling that the author was standing behind me and go, see, you need to be worried about this character because um um he's menacing. It's like, okay, but why is he menacing? Because he's the bad guy. It's like, yeah, but
What was
why? Go, oh, because he's a bad vampire. Like, cool, okay, but why is he a bad vampire? Because he wants to drink the main character's blood. Yeah, so did the good character. What? And you get that sort of same mentality in the first 5 chapters um of the uh oh god, what's the book called again? Um Hang on a second. of the Light of the Jedi. That's it.
Ah.
You know, um, you should be feeling this way about these characters. Why? Because they're children and they're happy and they're settlers. And yeah, okay, but why? Because they're children. You know, this is dramatic. Why? Because the ship might get destroyed. Okay, but why is it dramatic? Because the ship's gonna be. Forget it. Just turn page. And you know, if what is meant to be the great cataclysm is just what is written in the first 5 chapters, uh, they need better editors.
They just need better writers in general.
No. They you know, they need someone to sort of go, this is dumb. Because what if I'm correct, a ship in hyperspace crashed into something and that sent a whole lot of debris everywhere that destroyed a whole lot of planets or did a whole lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first chapter, actually I can't remember if it's the first chapter or not, but it's sort of like, we're going to hit something in hyperspace in a minute. Okay.
Just why don't they get out of hyperspace?
Exactly. it's sort of like, we've got 30 seconds or we'll crash into something in hyperspace. Switch off hyperspace. We're now going to crash into something in 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it don't make sense. Why? I don't understand.
Oh, I'm turning in hyperspace to avoid crashing into something in hyperspace. Switch off. I now know, switch off hyperspace. I now can turn and avoid hitting something in 5 hours.
I You're making me want to read it just to hear how dumb that is from my very own eyes,
um
or see how dumb that is. Not hear it.
the first 5 chapters are online.
Well, don't tell me that. I'm going to do it now.
um
You're going to make me put myself through torture.
Now I mean, I've read bad books. I would not put them in the I would not put what I've read in that category. But yeah,
Bad Star Wars book rather than just a bad book, just a bad Star Wars book.
Oh no, it is bad. It's a bad book.
Oh, okay. I was
Well,
like,
sorry, yet again, haven't read the entire book, so I can't
that's
say if it's a
true.
bad book or not.
That's
It could
true.
just, there's been quite a few books I've read that, the first half of the book. Well, actually, there's a book that I read that was, the first 3/4 of the book was just garbage. But the last part of the book was absolutely amazing and cool, and I wanted to read more. Um,
So anyway, I
Yeah.
just realized we're getting into the comic, and we should not be doing that. We gotta save it for next week. Sorry, anyway, I'm sorry. We have
Yeah.
to.
With,
You have
to
to
put it
save it.
really simply, at this present moment, we're kind of skirting around the edges. We're not really.
I know, but if we keep skirting around the edge, eventually we're gonna either fall in or somebody's gonna drag us in, and it's gonna be one of us.
Uh, yeah. But
We
you
won't
see
want
what
to.
I mean? There's just so much to
I know,
rip into.
I know, and I want to talk
Uh,
about it so badly too. I so
uh,
do because I made that thumbnail specifically for this. I thought, oh man, this thumbnail is going to convey exactly how I feel. It's going to make sense once we tell everybody about it. We're going to hear the awesome ad that Soraya Way had made that he don't get to use. Speaking of, we don't have a sponsor for today. Our sponsor team sort of didn't show up, so you know. Anyway, um, I don't know. It's I want to talk about it, but we gotta hold back. We gotta hold back for now. We could
uh.
literally turn to the dark side in the next one.
We
Yeah.
have cookies.
What kind though?
All of them.
I was about to say if you only had chocolate chip, I'd be sad because I like multiple types of cookies. But if you have all of them, I'm willing to negotiate. Well, anyway, I don't think
Well,
we finished talking about the trailer. We've went on a tangent for like
no.
we
Yeah.
didn't talk about the ending of the trailer. What we saw at the end.
I can't even remember what was at the end of the trailer.
That image right there is of Obi-Wan sitting or I guess kneeling in front of Vader. I guess they put him down on his knees, um, in front of Darth Vader. It shows him his arms being put on and his chest piece that he had, the little box being put in, and then you hear Darth Vader's breathing. So I'm assuming
Uh,
he's sitting in front of Vader,
yeah,
which
I don't like that.
you didn't like that.
No. I don't like the idea of that. It's it goes back to that conversation that
Yeah, I
we
was about to
had
say
last
we
time.
did talk about that last time.
Um where um yeah. Um it sort of goes back to them trying to fix a problem that probably doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Um and it's just something that um was probably a discussion that people enjoyed having as a bit of a laugh, but didn't really need to be um actually fixed.
Well, like we said, there's multiple ways that it can that certain lines that could have led to this could have been interpreted. It could have been interpreted in multiple different ways. So honestly, it would have worked either way, whether they did or didn't. But if they see, the thing is, what I mean by it would have worked is if they do well with it, if it somehow works in the series, which I hope it does and doesn't create any unnecessary issues. Um, but I
Yeah, but
mean,
unfortunately the track record hasn't been really good in this aspect.
look, you're the negative man. I'm the optimist over here. Okay, I'm going to say it's going to be awesome. You're the
No,
dark. I'm the light.
I'm
I mean,
I'm
your
actually
picture is
a
just
very
completely black.
I'm actually a very optimistic person. The problem is though, is that, if you constantly get punched in the face, there's going to be a point where you punch back.
Not me. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
I'm a
Okay.
masochist. I'm a masochist.
Cool. Cool.
Oh gosh. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I don't like pain. I don't like pain. Unless we're talking
Um
about Naruto, then I can tell you all about pain.
Okay, I don't quite understand that because I took one look at Naruto and went, "Yeah, no thanks." Uh,
Sir, Naruto is a gift to humanity. I'll take your silence as agreement. Anyway,
no, no, no,
no, it's too
because
late. You were silent for too long.
si no, because
No,
silence
too
is
late.
generally a sort of like a, what the hell? Not
No, you were trying to contain your excitement for it. You didn't want to sound like a fanboy. I got you. Don't worry.
I
Okay.
don't know how much I don't know how I could be a fanboy of something I've never watched and never had any inkling to watch.
Well, then you're missing out on like
Um
all the filler and stuff. look, I look. I love Naruto, but man, I can talk about how bad the filler is at times. But I'm not going into that because that's a
Oh,
whole other discussion.
what they just don't have a, they just don't have a, Hot Springs episode and just leave it at that?
I feel like they have multiple Hot Springs episodes.
Oh, okay.
You would understand if you watched it. I'm sure that anybody that watches this will completely understand what I just said right there, and they will know who I'm talking about when I say that there's one person in the series that particularly liked going to a hot springs. Um, but that that's for maybe a chill stream. I can maybe just go full on Naruto geek mode or something like that.
Oh god, save us.
No, no, you've unleashed a monster by saying that you've never watched it. So I'm going to try to convince you now.
Um,
You wanted this
no,
chaos.
see, the biggest thing though is that you kind of watch one of those types of shows and you've kind of seen them all then.
Mm, well, I mean, you might be more well versed in anime than I am.
I think that's probably almost a guarantee.
See, I'm not new to anime anymore, but I'm still, I guess, very much not an expert on it. But
uh,
I have watched quite a few things, Naruto
like,
included. Hmm? Sword Art
like,
Online, Death Note. Uh, let me think of you might know about it. It's been a long time since I watched it. It's a very old one. It's Speed Racer, of course.
okay, geez,
That's
okay.
yeah. It's an old one. I have the entire series. It's really good.
No, no, no.
Well,
It's just that, um, from the few that you listed before Speed Racer, it was sort of like, okay, so surface level, surface level, surface level, deep.
yeah. look, look. That was my first anime. Speed Racer was. It really was. I didn't realize it
Oh,
was anime
okay,
at first because I was a little kid. I didn't know the difference between anime and American cartoons, so I just thought it was just another cartoon back in the day. But
gotcha.
now that I'm older, I realize what it is, and I'll even say like I know the American dub is terrible, but I love it. That's what I grew up on, and I love it. For I don't know. I love it. It's there's so many things about it that give me nostalgia, even if it's cringy as can be. Like the way the voice acting was performed and all this stuff. That was as cringy as possible. But like some of the voice actors came back for like Speed Racer: The Next Generation, which was actually a really good show. I really liked that show. It wasn't an anime. It was a Western cartoon at that point, but it was really good. Um, they had it had a really rocky road in production. I think near the end of it, some of the voice actors quit. Um, they ended it on a bit of a cliffhanger, which is sad because they did like a couple movies for the end. I think the movies were really just episodes put together. That's what it felt like. But they did a few movies at the end of it, and one of them ends where the guy that once was the main villain, he's changed since the beginning, but there's like a different timeline type of deal. It's hard to explain it all because if you think of Speed Racer, you think of racing and all that stuff, and then I say timeline or another timeline deal, and you're like, what in the world did they get into?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to watch it. I have the complete series of that. I don't have the movies, I don't think though. But it was a good show. It really was. Anyways, I got talking. Look, if you get me talking about Speed Racer, I'll talk about that all day because that was one of my favorite things. Um, but anyways, other anime I've watched. I've watched the American dub of Ghost Stories, which is amazing. It really is. I love it to death. It is basically an abridged series that's official.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
love it. I love it.
Have you heard the full story behind that?
Yeah, well, at least I think I have. Are you talking about like why it's so outrageous and silly like that?
Somewhat.
Okay. I think like it did terrible in Japan, like the actual version of the
No.
show.
No. That's the funny thing about it. It didn't do terrible in Japan.
That's what I
It
heard, and
was
that's why they gave the voice
it
actors free reign over what they did as long as they tell the
um
main story.
it was actually I think it was the from okay. The one thing you need to remember is that there are actually 2 English dubs.
There he is.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And it's actually the first English dub that didn't do well.
Oh, okay. So
Um
they redid it.
and um it was sort of a case of someone or some company just grabbed it and then they just handed it to this voice director and he just went, yeah, let's just go nuts with this. And they
That
did.
part I did hear about how
Um
they're like, let's just go nuts, do what you want as long
and
as you tell the main story.
and the best part that I found really amusing was that the voice actors would actually try to rock up really early so they could be the first ones to put their voices to their character because that would then lead the story. So if someone came up with something crazy at the beginning, everyone else just had to follow with it.
No, that part I didn't hear. I love that. That's awesome.
So yeah, I've after hearing that, I've been meaning to sort of sit down and watch that, but
You should. You
but
should. I think
at this present moment, there is just so many sort of good shows on right now, and I just um really sat down.
a scene from that played in my head right as you were talking about that. And it just made me laugh a little bit. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, that was about it. I was about to actually sort of
Well,
go. I continue on your list.
let me think. I think I've watched Goran Logan. I don't know if that's probably not how you say it. But I
Yeah,
watched
but I know
that
what you're
one.
talking about.
Oh, you know, okay. I've
No,
watched.
I know what I know what you're talking about.
I mean, yeah, okay, I got you. Okay. I've watched not all of it, but I've watched part of Fruits Basket. I'm working on that one. Uh, which come to think of it, I haven't watched that one in a while. I need to go back and try to watch it again. Let's see. I've started another one too, which I've watched through most of Yu-Gi-Oh and part of Pokemon. Of Let me think. I've watched a bunch more than that. I'm just trying to remember what they all are. I've seen so many.
You have
My
finished
Hero
Cowboy Bebop,
Academia,
right?
huh?
You have finished Cowboy Bebop, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
That's one.
come on.
Look, I'm still on episode 11. I was going to finish it, and I just completely forgot after a little bit because I got into a few other shows at the time. I can't remember what they were. I think one of them was like some Chinese show. I like to watch a lot of like K dramas and stuff like that, uh, and C dramas and stuff. It's really weird.
Okay, yeah.
It's sort of like watching a
I'm
lot of
glad you
anime.
clarified that because that was a bit sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
watching a
like
Chinese show. It's a K drama. What?
where a C drama, a K drama.
Yeah.
It's all about the same in that regard. Anyways, I
No,
think I
they're
was
not.
watching. I know they're not. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. They're foreign shows that they've got like English subtitles to. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, so it's. I think it's on Netflix right now. It's called Kingdom. I think I stopped watching Cowboy Bebop to watch that, and I finished the first season of that. It's actually really good. So if you haven't watched it, I think it actually has a English dub to it, so it might be something to get used to because it was for me, but it's actually quite cool. Um, I
I,
would watch that if I were you.
I can't watch English dubs of foreign films.
I mean, you get used to it after a while.
Um,
I didn't know how to switch it to the Korean version because I usually watch things in or not Korean but Chinese, uh, because it's a Chinese show if I'm not mistaken.
God,
Uh,
you just want to insult, half of Southeast Asia and Asian
I'm
mainland,
sorry,
don't you?
I don't mean to. I'm trying to remember these things. There's like so many things going on in my head right now, and it's just a flood of information about the show now that I think about it. And I'm like, man, I really want to go back and finish that show. Uh, Anyways, I'll stop talking about that. I'll go back to my list of things I've started, or I'm not started. I mean, I did start it, but I've gotten through part of Boruto. I know people are gonna be like, "What? Why are you watching that?" Um, I'm doing it because I love the characters of Naruto so much that even I'll put myself even through some of the worst of Boruto just to get the continuation of the universe that they all live in to see how it's progressed. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. Seeing characters progress like that, and I know there isn't much about. I'm ranting about that. I'll say that for later. What else have I watched? Did I say My Hero Academia? I think I did. I didn't
Yeah.
fully finish it, but I got through most of season 4,
Well,
almost
it's
season
still
5.
going, so it's a bit hard to finish
That's true.
something that's still going.
Comey Can't Communicate, of course. You guys know about that one. Um, there was another one that I'm trying to remember it. Kill la Kill. I think I watched it. Uh, yeah, I did watch that one. I know I watched another one. Oh, Log Horizon. That's one of them. I didn't finish it, and it's been so long
Oh,
since I watched
really?
it. Yeah, I haven't finished that. I think I finished the first season. I didn't finish the second season.
You know it's up to 3, right?
Is it really?
Yes.
I've been away from that show for so long. I need to get back to it. I loved Log Horizon. Like that was the second
And
anime after
hang
Sword Art
on,
Online that I watched.
yeah. And season 3, I think it's season 3, um has the best opening theme song.
Really?
Yes.
Well, quick question.
Oh yeah.
Because they I don't think they ever explained anything about it in the first season if I remember right. Do they ever explain why they're in this game world that they're in? Do they ever explain that? or is it still that
Not
they're living in it? You know,
not in
and
season 3.
dang it.
They're working it out, so
Uh huh.
it's not like nothing has happened. It's not like the story hasn't progressed. Um, but is there a defined definition yet? No, they're still trying to figure it out.
Okay. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Anyways, and that's what bugged me so much about the first season is that it didn't tell me why. Like I just came off of watching Sword Art Online, and I wanted to find something because I did say that Speed Racer was my first anime, but Sword Art Online was my second one, and I considered it my first until I realized Speed Racer was an anime. So now I have to consider Speed Racer first. Anyway, so I watched Sword Art Online, finished the first 2 seasons because I finished it before the third season came out, like way before the third season came out, because third season didn't come out till like forever afterward. So I might have got the show right after it finished the second season. Anyways, as soon as I finished that, I'm like, okay, I need another show that's like this one. So I look up a guide online telling me about different animes that are similar to Sword Art Online and stuff like that. And Log Horizon was one of them. And I'm like, I think I'll try that out. I also went and looked up some stuff on them from YouTube, like watched clips of them, and I got okay, not Sword, Log Horizon. That's what I'm going with. So after I do that, I go and watch Log Horizon. I'm like, okay, I like this, and that's sort of the story of how I got into anime. You know,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I just
so essentially
I was
through Log Horizon.
no, it was through Sword Art Online, but Log Horizon was my third one in, and then after I finished the first season of Log Horizon, I went and watched Gurren Lagann, whatever, however it's pronounced. I can't remember if I watched Kill la Kill after that. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it. Yeah, Kill la Kill. I watched it afterward. Then I think Death Note was after that. I watched the entirety of Death Note. I love it. I wish that it was longer, but I am satisfied with it. I love Death Note. It's one of my favorites for sure. Oh man. Anyways,
But yeah, no.
before hmm?
Sorry to interrupt, but it very much um season 3 very much has one of the best opening theme songs.
I'm gonna look that up like right after the stream.
Oh, well, I can
I
show you
want.
now if you want.
Well, that might get us copyright though.
For 30 seconds? No. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
it's actually
30
a minute.
seconds. I tried to put out a video a while back. This is a little behind the scenes talk right here. I tried to put out a video when I first started putting out videos. The first one I ever made was a Star Wars Battlefront 2 video because I wanted to start off with something classic for my first video on a Star Wars channel. So I'm like, Star Wars Battlefront 2 meant a lot to me, so I'm going to play this. So I start off playing the campaign of. I mean, I guess you can consider it a campaign, sort of. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Battlefront 2, but I don't know if I consider that completely a campaign, more of just battles with objectives. Anyways, when the journal played, like the cutscene journal where Tamora Morrison's clone voice was talking, it was playing Star Wars music. It copyright claimed for that short piece that it played, and it wasn't 30 seconds long. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hang on, did it copyright claim and wipe the video, or just went, "Oh, we're taking the money from this"?
Well, I don't make money, so they can't take money. But if I was making money, they probably would have. But it was telling me that it's copyright, and it wouldn't let me post the video, and it said that part would have to be taken out. But I'm like, okay, well, I can't take that part out because that's the cutscene. So I just took the video down entirely. So you don't get to see the video that I made. Though I will say I did make a short from that video though. So you get a short that came from the video that I never, made. It was, I think, the first short I ever made. No, I don't think it was the first one. I had quite a few shorts. I can't remember which one was my first one. But
Okay.
it's a old Star Wars Battlefront 2 short. So if you see that on there, that's the one I made from the video that you will never see on the channel. So that's fun times. I hate that because I loved the video, and it's second one. It's second one. It's called "This Droid is a Sith." That's from the video I made that I couldn't put out. It was one of the better parts of the. I mean, it was my first video, so I wasn't great in it. But I mean, that little part of the clip was awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, that's why I'm trying to stray away from ever showing anything that might possibly copyright claim, because the last time I did that on a stream, that was when we were looking at these episode 8 fight throne room fight thing. Yeah, they copyright claimed that too, where I played
Jesus.
another YouTube video but had it muted or whatever. I think I had it muted. Well, I played another YouTube video in the stream, and it copyright claimed that, and I had to delete the stream entirely because it wouldn't let me go through and edit the stream and take that out, which is stupid because at the end we went on a Reddit thing, and we're just messing around on Reddit and had some funny memes show up and all that stuff, but I had to take it all the way down. So out of caution, I will look that opening theme up though afterward.
Yep. No. Oh, good.
But you know what? Let's go ahead and end it here. I feel
Okay.
like I had so much more to talk about today, but we couldn't talk about it. And I'm sure this stream would have been at least 2 or 3 more hours long if we actually got to talk about what we were supposed to. Surrey Away segment would have been at least 99% of that. But
Yeah. Yeah, not gonna lie.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and end it here. So if y'all enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a comment. You can even subscribe. We also have links in the description, one for the Twitch. We do not usually stream on Twitch, but if we ever do,
We'll
it's
go back
there.
to doing it.
Yeah, I'd love to get back to that eventually. Once I get my timing and everything in a better place, I guess. Because right now I barely have any time anymore. And my job makes sure of that, which is amazing. I love it. No, I hate it, actually. I can't lie about it. Anyways, but yeah, if we ever stream on Twitch, it's down there. We also have a link to the Discord. You can join the Discord by clicking that link down below. We have fun in the Discord. It'd be more fun if we had more people in there. So why don't you join? You can make it more fun. You might be that person that makes it that much more fun for us all. Anyways, I might also start linking my DeviantArt down there as well pretty soon. It won't be on this one, but I have a DeviantArt now. It's TFC Shady Art. If you ever want to look, I'm not usually one to talk about the art that I post because I usually have just low confidence and I don't, but I've been trying to get out of my shell and actually post some of the stuff I make. So if you want to take a look at it, it's on DeviantArt. And the playlist. We got a link for a playlist for all Star Wars Topics episodes. So this one will be added in there pretty shortly as well. So if you ever want to just binge watch Star Wars Topics, I don't know why you want to binge watch it because each of them are like at least 2 or 3 hours long. You probably don't want to binge watch it.
Because it's awesome. That's why they want to do it.
Oh, well, if you ever want to, there's a playlist down below full of every episode of Star Wars Topics. We're up to episode 34, which is crazy. We've done a lot of Star Wars topics episodes. But anyways, we're gonna end it here. So have fun. Happy Mother's Day, and may the Force be with you always.